I'd like to call up our next finalist, please, who we were very pleased that he came down from India. Actually, I've been now instructed. Well, let me just give you one housekeeping note. We had a little bit of logistical stuff going on with the change in the moderator. So we're going to start so it'll be 7:30. We originally said in the program 7 o'clock to depart for the gala, so it is now 7:30 p.m., okay? So don't start panicking, it'll be all fine. So now the second piece is that you need to do this from here and not from that microphone. AV would prefer it. I don't want to get in trouble with them.
Okay. So thank you so much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, I'm Tarun Sobhani. I'm coming in from India. I'm the co-founder and CEO of SingleInterface. My company helps national retail brands acquire customers locally. But before I tell you how we do it, just to give you some insights about the Indian market, there are about 300 million Indians now who are accessing the internet. That is, if you were to combine population of Australia, Japan, Vietnam, Hong Kong, Malaysia, and Singapore, that would be it. That would be 300. 150 million users on the smartphone, equal to the number of users who access smartphones from the US. Now with this powerful device in their hand, they sort of communicate with it and reach out to it in all those micro moments. One of those being when they found a product and they want to know where to buy it and want to know more details about the product. That's the micro moment they pick up their phone and search for it. We address that opportunity. So basically driving online audiences to offline stores. If you look at the data from Google, the Google research data, it shows that 50% of all those consumers who search for local data visit a store within 24 hours, and 18% of all those who search make a purchase within 24 hours. So that's great data. From an India standpoint, 21% of all in-store shopping is influenced by digital. So digital suddenly has become a very interesting and very important part of their marketing mix. The problem statement, however, for them is how to drive these online consumers to the offline stores. That's where we come in. So we leverage the power of local search and increase discoverability of their stores, driving consumers to physical stores and do shopping inside their stores closest to them. How we do it, we've built a SaaS solution. It's a completely automated SaaS platform, which allows you to now manage everything through the SingleInterface repository. That's where all the basic location data, which is further enhanced, is added. So think of it, until now, location data was just name, address, and phone number of a store. We've used something as basic as that, refined it, and done a good job at it, so we can now help brands acquire customers because of this data. So through the cloud, they can now manage all their location data through, in a very easy way. The same data is distributed to multiple web directories, to search, to social channels, maintaining consistency of NAP data. We also create a digital presence for every store, which is in the form of a mobile-optimized website, which is loaded with the local SEO tools so that when consumers are searching, these location stores show up in their search results. Of course, because these are digital presence of every store, we can also integrate e-commerce to the extent that we can provide current inventory level of a product in a store, therefore helping consumers who are searching for them on platforms to be able to find them and be able to go and make a purchase. The SaaS platform basically has 5 key modules. One is the data management thing, which is hosted on the cloud completely, can be controlled through multiple users, and there's a single point access for that. Content management, when I say content, we integrate the existing social media content of brands, and that is integrated into the store pages for higher discoverability on local search queries. Data is distributed to multiple web channels, which are directories, maps, social channels, etc., and search. And there's an auto-optimization engine, which is continuously optimizing the local content and the location data to kind of emerge higher in search rankings. And of course, then there's the analytics layer, which helps them understand which location is doing well and what kind of traction they're seeing for each of their store locations. We worked with several clients. It's been a year since we've been at it, and we've got some big names up there as well. I'll just give you a quick example of what we did with HP. They were going through a tough time. They didn't know how many stores they had in India. They had about 370 stores which they owned, but they weren't sure which ones are open, which ones are not. We helped them solve that in the first place, which was more offline. But then the problem was they were losing to e-commerce or to multi-brand outlets, and overall the franchisee is extremely unhappy with it. So we took over and we ran it across each of those modules, making sure that data was corrected and uploaded into the cloud from where it's now being managed properly. The content was integrated, and digital presence for each store was created through the platform. Data was distributed across all search engines, maps, directories, social channels. The optimization engine took over, and finally they can now see the reports. In terms of results, though this is not big numbers, but think of it, these are actually users who are at the last part of their purchase funnel. So over 300,000 unique users visited these store pages, and about 37,000 calls were generated to their stores, which was fantastic from their standpoint. In terms of rankings, they are present on #1 positions for over 4,000 keywords and about page 1 for about 8,500 keywords. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The jury, please.
The deployment of the stores sounded a little bit like a one-time exercise. Besides for the analytics, do you offer other ongoing service for revenue creation?
So in terms of being able to understand, for every location, what's the kind of traction which is an ongoing thing? What kind of search terms are being searched on, for a particular location? So for example, HP uses this extremely well. People are searching for same-day delivery of ink cartridges in a particular location. So we help them understand what are those search queries where we get impressions for. And finally, there is a cloud system which allows you to also track calls and understand what's really happening from a consumer standpoint when they're speaking to store owners. So there's a continuous optimization process also bases that.
No other questions? Okay then. So I would like to call up Gonzalo Rey from Carrefour, Spain. Please, come on down.
Good afternoon, everybody. Congratulations to you and your team for having made it to finals.
Thank you.
So I had a few ideas about possible uses, and I'd like to throw out a challenge to you because you're focusing a lot on retail,
Yes.
and I'll get to that in a moment. But I think there's broader opportunities than just looking at retail, right? And in Spain specifically, Spain is known as the land of the bars. All right, so you've got millions of bars, millions of restaurants opening all the time, and so many of them are not online, and they're trying to make it out. Each are different. So this is a great platform to make sure that people know where those bars are, what they're selling, what kind of food. Also, small retail, when regards to retail, small niche stores, the kind of stores where you're looking for some special ingredient, something very specific that you just can't find anywhere but online. And from a big retailer standpoint, I think it'd be lovely if you could sell me that data, because knowing what clients are searching for locally is really something that's going to help me with pricing locally for stores, product assortment, so many different things that would make my life so much easier. So,
thank you. So the retail product is going to be ready in the next 3 months. It's a one-click, create the entire digital presence for retail stores, and that's going to be ready in the next 3 months. My team's already working on it.
Right.
But thank you. I appreciate you giving us that suggestion. Thank you.
Let's give him a hand. Thank you very much, gentlemen.